Hello and welcome to today's workshop, Tips to Boost Your Website with Search Engine Optimization. I'm Stasia, the lead educator for Grow with Google. Grow with Google helps people grow their skills, careers, and businesses by offering free digital skills training and tools. This workshop will give a quick but information-filled look at search engine optimization, SEO. Just about everyone who has a website asks the same question: how can I get my website to show up in a Google search? It's an important question because people turn to Google to shop more than 1 billion times every single day. This workshop offers tips to help your site show up. There's one caveat: the workshop is based on publicly available information that our team believes to be true. We are not members of Google's internal SEO or search team, and nor do we have a specialized connection to those teams. So the content might become inaccurate and results are not guaranteed. Your website is a valuable way to connect with your customers and audience. Search engine optimization is a way to broaden the reach of your website. So what exactly is it? SEO is simply creating or adjusting your website so that a search engine like Google can find it easily and understand its content accurately. Let's take a step back to understand how Google search works. Google and other search engines compiles information about the trillions of web pages available to the public. Google crawls the web for new and updated content. All of that information is stored in an index. You can think of it as a gigantic filing cabinet. When you type in a search called a search query, Google goes to that index, that filing cabinet, to find the right matches. And that brings us to a Google search engine results page, the place where you want your website to show up. This slide illustrates a typical search results page on a desktop computer. The section highlighted in the center shows where Google search results can appear and where SEO can make a difference. These results include information that Google can find and index. They're not ads, and you can't pay to show your site here, and you can't pay to show your site in a specific position here. These results are determined by their relevance to the search query. So let's look at some tips to help you boost your site in the search results. We'll start with content. When you created your website, you probably thought about the content that you wanted customers to see. Content SEO is simply looking for ways to ensure that Google understands that content so that it can deliver relevant search results. This is where keywords become really important. Keywords are the words or phrases that people type in when they search. If a searcher's query includes keywords that are prominent in your website content, you have a better chance of appearing in the search results. Let's look at how to make content SEO improvements. First, try to think like a customer. What are they searching for? What words would they use to describe it? Create a list of important keywords. Now, review the content on your website. Do you see those keywords on your pages? You'll probably want to find more keywords. Google Keyword Planner, a Google Ads tool, can help. You'll need to create a Google Ads account to access it. A credit card is required to set up the account, but there are no setup or cancellation fees, and you do not need to advertise to use Keyword Planner. If you input ideas, Keyword Planner will suggest words and phrases, and plus show you how often these keywords will appear in Google search results. Google Trends lets you see popular search terms on Google and compare the relative popularity of the different searches over time. You can use it to compare different words and phrases, to find patterns and seasonality, and to see where searches happen geographically. Here we compared the search volume for the keyword sweater versus jumper. In the United States, the keyword sweater is a more popular search term. But in the United Kingdom, the keyword jumper is the leader. So if you were optimizing web pages for a UK audience, this information would be incredibly useful. For more insights like this, visit google.com/trends. After making your list of keywords, think about how they apply to the website and how to map them to pages. Try to identify unique keywords for each page. If you identify an important keyword but the site doesn't have a corresponding web page, make a new one. Priority keywords need solid places to exist on your site. Now, let's start placing these keywords. In addition to the main content, web pages have other spots where keywords can help with SEO. First, page titles. You'll see the page title in the tab at the top of the web browser. It's part of the frame around the page. Page titles might also show up as the words that link to the page in Google search results. Every web page should have a unique title that reflects the content that visitors will find when they get there. Each web page can also include a meta description. It's not visible on the page, it's part of the HTML code. However, it can appear in Google search results. Adding a meta description doesn't directly improve SEO, but it's important because that text can appear in the search results and can influence a searcher's decision to click on the link. Next, internal links, the linked text that a user clicks on to get to from one page to another within a website. Internal links help visitors and Google navigate your site. They also offer another way to incorporate keywords into the content. In the example shown, the link Shop the Lisbon links to the Lisbon product page. When creating internal links, use descriptive, accurate phrases. Use keywords whenever possible. Make it clear where the link goes by avoiding generic copy like learn more or click here. The final step, send your SEO optimized content live. Keep repeating this process because when it comes to SEO, a website should not remain static. Regularly review and create new content. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the technical side of things. Technical SEO refers to the ways that you can adjust your website code and configuration to help Google find, understand, and display your web pages. Even if you don't deal with the technical side, having a deeper understanding can lead to a more productive collaboration with your web development team. First, help Google discover your site. It needs to know about your content in order to show it. One way to do that is by creating a sitemap. A sitemap is a file that helps Google and other search engines understand the content on the site and find new content. It's not the same as a table of contents because it's not a page that humans will see. Another way to help is to create a robots.txt file. This helps Google understand what content to crawl and what content not to crawl on your site. If you don't have a sitemap or robots.txt file and you want to learn more about it, visit developers.google.com or talk to your web developer and ask for help. Assuming Google can find your content, it's also important that it can understand it. Here are a few tips. First, use structured data to highlight information like product details, prices, and more. The code marks up content on your pages to help Google better understand it. Properly implemented markup can show up in special features in the search results called rich snippets or rich results. Next, canonical link elements can guide Google to your preferred web pages. That's really helpful when there are duplicate pages on your website. And third, use a logical URL structure. It's going to help Google understand the content and how it fits into the website. You can learn more by visiting developers.google.com. Last but not least, make your website fast. Speeding up the load time improves the user experience, which can have a positive effect on search results. One way to do that is to optimize the images. Smaller images load faster. You can use techniques like lazy loading, which is delaying the loading of an image until it's needed, and caching, which is a way to store images so that they're retrieved quickly when the web pages load. Finally, use alt text. It's not visible on the web page, but it describes an image. It's valuable to people who use screen readers, and it gives Google additional information about the content. Want to learn more? Visit Google's central hub of SEO information. It's called Google Search Central, and you can get to it at developers.google.com/search. If you're not sure where to start, this is the place. Today, I mentioned many Google tools and resources that can help with SEO. This slide lists them all. If you want to access these resources, please scan the QR code or visit the link on this screen. Thanks again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this quick workshop and learned something new about SEO. See you next time.